A little bit of info on how to fix a Samsung ln46 series TV. This is a 2008 model. As you can see, the capacitors on this one are not bad. However, this TV was clicking on and off. So I actually replaced the power supply board thinking that was the issue. Still had the same problem. There was also a service kit out there which had me replace a couple of the components, one of the little resistors by the data cable to the power supply board. Sorry about my fingers, I'm doing this on a cell phone. They also had me replace a couple of resistors on the bottom of the board. However, on this particular model, it did not resolve the problem. It still kept clicking on and off. So I decided to take matters into my own hands a little bit to try to figure out what was going on. I was thinking it was the T-Con board on the top, so I actually unplugged the T-Con board and still had the same results with it. So, and I know it's not a backlight issue because there's not a high-pitched hissing or squealing noise when the backlight would kick on. As you can see, I kind of got a jerry-rigged stack of stuff here, but the easy fix / what the problem is actually with the solder joints on the, I'm assuming GPU or whatever you want to call it. So I actually pulled the cooler off. The cooler is actually glued on with basically an adhesive thermal pad. I found that the cooler was glued on, but it was not making a tight seat to the chip, causing the chip to get hot. So I actually pulled the board off. And as you can see, I got a heat gun here and some jerry-rigged, I guess, place to lay the board out. If you pull the board off, lay the board down on something that's not going to catch fire, and take a heat gun. What I like to do is, pull the board off, sit it on some aluminum foil, make sure no components drop off. You got to be careful not to overheat it. I ran my heat gun at 970 degrees, and what I like to do is take a piece of solder, just take a little bitty bit of it, cut it off, put it on top of the processor or GPU, whatever you want to call it, and heat it up until that little bit of solder melts. And I'll wait till the solder turns into a little ball on the top. Once it turns into a little ball on top, I will set the heat gun to cool mode and just hold it there until everything cools back down. Once everything cooled back down, I put the board back into place, and as you can see, the TV is now functioning fine. So if any of you guys have a TV with similar models, similar components, kind of looks like this, and you can't quite figure out why it's having a problem and don't want to spend the money on a replacement logic board, or do what I did and spend $60 on a power supply board, turns out that wasn't the issue, that might be one route to fix your problem. Thank you.